Hi everyone, it's kilzhot 99 Gaming's The Walking Dead Fear crossover character debate. Thanks everyone for being here tonight. And once again, I know we had to reschedule from last night, but as promised, we are going to get as many streams during the week as we possibly can get. Very interesting topic tonight. I know we've been talking about best moments of Walking Dead and some of the potential spoilers, but this has been a topic of conversation for some while, and I think for a while it was which Fear characters would cross over into The Walking Dead, and now we see that it could be vice versa. Well, it is going to be vice versa, but with Scott Gimple more over the creative content. And let's be honest, Fear needs a little bit of help with the ratings. I know a lot of times the talk is Walking Dead has dropped a little bit in ratings, but they're still the #1 show. So, you know, being #1 with everybody watching, or being #1 with like 80% watching, and then you got Fear down there probably, I don't know, 10, 11, or 12. I think it would speak volumes if they could get a bigger Fear audience and pump it up a little bit more. Pete D in the house with a super chat donation already. Thank you, Pete. And I do have to tell you, he is he's super clingy right now. I can't promise that he won't be part of this video. I just messaged a couple of the moderators, and if you guys follow on the Patreon site, I know some people saw pictures a little bit earlier, but yeah, my little buddy Morris had teeth cleaning, and when they do that to kittens, they gotta give them an IV and all kind of stuff. So yeah, it was a rough day. It's a rough day all the way around. So I'm gonna hold through though, and stay positive and get through it. But thank you so much for that shout out. He is doing much better now that he's home. He's not a big fan of the vet. So we're going to transition forward, and you know what I'll do is I'm going to start talking about some of the Fear characters, because that's where the dialogue happened. And we'll talk about a few people that could cross over there, but then we're going to end this show a little bit later on and talk about the people that we know are going to be over there, and also a few people that we speculate could be brought over there. And just as a disclaimer, anything that you type along the side, I'm liable to call on you, so be careful. Make sure that you want that included in a video. And once this video goes live, if you could also leave a lot of comments, anything that didn't get answered or that you would like to ask to kind of the general viewing public, that would be great. And also, if you guys could all slap that like button, that would be phenomenal as well. Where's my enforcer, Tommy? Tommy, make sure you get on the crew here. All right, here we go. So some of the, I guess the most common crossover were the rumors of the Whisperers, and that could still happen, I guess, a little bit later on, perhaps later on today, or I'm sorry, later on the season. I'm reading a couple comments. It's like people are asking, and I just like completely went out of it. That could happen later on the season or next season when the Whisperers are or are not introduced. It'd be a little bit of a shock, though, wouldn't it, if you got like Madison over on one show and all of a sudden you're like, hey, that's Madison on the other show. I think it'd be cool, because then you'd know a little bit of the direction, and it would be, it's still a few years ahead of the game as well. Jonathan, I'm answering random questions here as we do this live character debate. So I've had him for 5 years, almost 5 years, 4.5. It'd be weird to see Rick at Fear. It would, wouldn't it? I don't think we'll see Rick involved in it unless jumps in a helicopter and flies over and meets some people once the map starts expanding a little bit more. So what about so Nick was one of the conversations. Madison, I think, is has been a popular opinion for a long time, and maybe even Strand. One thing about Strand is the dude gets around, right? I mean, he's got yachts and things. So they do tend to cover a lot of ground. I mean, they went from California to Mexico, back to, I don't know, Arizona, California, somewhere in that area, and then possibly moving to Texas at some point whenever Morgan's involved in the scene. So Michelle likes the idea of Madison being alpha. So pretty popular opinion there. All right, just catching up on a couple questions here. And then one other possibility is Alicia. But I don't know that if they did it that way, that would boost ratings as well. So this is what I mean by that. And I think it'd be a great way of writing it. So let's say next season the Whisperers are rolled out, and it is Nick or Alicia or Madison. And I'm going to ask this question to the group. Would that make you more likely to watch Fear the Walking Dead to see how it leads up to that? So I know kind of the plan is, all right, let's take a couple characters and put them over there to get people to watch. But in my mind, if I already knew that their end game was going to be something to make it all the way over to the East Coast, then I would be more likely to watch like every step that they go. Like, how did that happen? How did they get there? So maybe Scott Gimple's watching and we just gave him like the best idea. Have him, you know, moonlighting on both TV shows. All right, so that's an idea. Let me ask this question. If someone from Fear were to come over to The Walking Dead, which character do you think it would be, and what would their role most likely be? So look, we've got people that either watch Fear or part-time watchers that would be full-time watchers. Emmy, I do too. I complain about Fear a little bit, but I still watch it. The only show I didn't watch, the only episode was the one about the dam and the water. That one, I just couldn't stick to that one. That one was way too repetitive. But I still, watch along to follow the general storyline. Plus, we get together and talk about it, so it does keep us busy during the off season. Oh, Tommy says Nick, the new Carl. Oh, no. Jonathan says, Kills, you should get a job working with The Walking Dead. Hey, Jonathan, how do you know I don't have one already? I don't, but I just thought it'd be cool to say that. E-Beach says Madison in clear mode. There you go. Nick going off to fight on his own. Jennifer. Yeah, so Pat Sanzone says, stopped watching Fear because of the characters. I don't know that, there are some characters I take exception with, but there were some I was starting to like a little bit last season. It's just when they do things on Fear that insult the audience's intelligence. Like, there's no GPS, there's no maps, there's no rendezvous points, but these people just keep meeting up over and over and over again. That bothers me a little bit. It's too coincidental. So, Fear's not my favorite show, but as I said, I do watch it just to kind of keep up with it. But if they pulled something like this, I would be more inclined to watch it. Okay, well, let's do this then. So we know the end game for some of the writers, that instead of doing this or tipping their hand, that they are actually bringing Morgan over to Fear the Walking Dead. We don't know exactly when the time frame is going to be. There's rumors it could be when they got separated. There's also rumors that it could be more modern, that they have a time skip in Fear the Walking Dead. So I've heard both be discussed. So other than Morgan, there was an article, I think it was out today, and John Bernthal was talking about Shane, and could Shane make a crossover? And I think basically he said, it was a pretty long article, and he said Shane died in that field. So that's not going to happen. And besides, when Rick was in the coma, we know who Shane was doing, I guess. So Shane didn't have time there was no fear in Shane whatsoever. There was he was making the move on Lori. So that's an impossibility. And I don't even know where it came from, but several tabloids had it out there, and I think even comicbook.com ran with it as well. It's off season, so we're searching for topics to talk about, but there's no way that Shane would be or could be on Fear the Walking Dead. So if Morgan is going to be there and Shane's not, tell me some other characters that possibly could make the move to go over. So we know there's a helicopter. How about Heath? What's your thoughts on Heath, maybe meeting up with the group, and then maybe Heath was kidnapped and they meet up with another group. Possibility of Heath being a crossover character? Thoughts? John, I don't think Super Chat is broken. I think Pete used it a little bit earlier. So the Commonwealth possibly are from Fear the Walking Dead? Beth says Rosita. I would most certainly watch Fear the Walking Dead every minute of every day if Rosita was on there. I'm a fan. We're also hoping that there would be a Abraham crossover, but it looks like that ship has already sailed. I think the most likely people to at least talk about are the people that are missing right now, and we know that Sherry's missing and Heath is missing. So Antonio said Heath is not going to bring in viewers. Yeah, I mean, maybe not bringing viewers, but maybe the story could bring in viewers as opposed to the character. Another good call out. Pre-Negan Simon. Huh. Where did some of these saviors come from? Jonathan, I thought about that as well. Michonne is someone that I wanted to talk about. Could Michonne... She can't leave Rick. It's interesting to think about it. Rick is done if Rick loses Michonne. He's got nothing left. Yeah, Jamie, Abraham did make some sense, but the further they go, I mean, Morgan... because Morgan's still alive, and they could time skip into Morgan. But we thought it was going to be either Abraham, Rosita, Eugene. I mean, all three of them kind of met up, right? I agree, Wayne. Should have been Abe. I would have loved that. And we were doing videos talking about it being Abe, and I was pretty pumped up. And when they said that it was Morgan... It was just like a balloon deflating. That's a good point. Aaron is, Aaron has been doing some recruiting. How about Dwight? Possibility of Dwight crossing over. He has not been readily accepted by Rick's group. He's betrayed Negan. Dwight's got to go somewhere. Either somebody's got to accept him, or somebody's got to kill him, or he's going to have to hit the road. So IROC says, how would Abe cross over as a ghost? No. What would have happened is the group in Fear is moving closer to Texas. So they're not at the point where Abraham and Rick met each other. So it wouldn't be a dead Abraham. It would be pre-death of Abraham. And I think Abraham and his wife were there, and if you go back in the comics, I don't know, it's around issue number 50 or something like that, where he told Rick the story and what happened to his wife. His wife and his daughter, they were basically there with a bunch of neighbors, and things happened, and then Abraham just started killing them. So it seemed like it would have made more sense to have this season an earlier version of Abraham over there before he met up with Rick. Yes. Fear the Walking Dead is way, way... Well, it's before what's going on right now. So, yeah, probably the equivalent of what is happening on Fear the Walking Dead is Season 1, Season 2-ish. So, they got some time to catch up. We got Arena Hunter. You can't be using my Daryl Dixon line. Yeah, the Dixons. I don't think the Dixons are, unless it's Daryl. Unless Daryl gets on a motorcycle after he kills Dwight. Doesn't agree with what's going on with Rick. I don't care. It's all over. I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch. Maybe he's going to go look for some more some bitches to kill. Who knows? Daryl's a little bit interesting right now. I guess instead of Fear, or instead of Ride, you could have Fear with Dwight and Daryl. That would definitely make ratings go up. It'd make ratings go down more on The Walking Dead, but Dwight and Daryl jump on a couple motorcycles and ride over to Texas. Okay, what about, I guess another wild card would be Tara. What's up, Hired Help? Double H in the house. Been a while, man. Been a while. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you being here. Deidre Perkins in the house. Steph, is Steph on? Have we seen the Cuervo Queen? I think she's been trying to get in touch with Deidre, right? Yeah, Tara's another one of those characters that I'm not sure that I'm not a big fan of Tara, but still I would probably be a fan of the story. I think anybody that crosses over is going to be like, what? What happened? So, I mean, you're good for a few episodes. We've been trying to get Deidre Perkins a 999 gaming shirt for like forever. So, there you go. I think everybody else has been fully taken care of, so we got to get that last one out there. We'll do another event. We'll do something else with some shirts soon. I'll talk to the mods. We'll plan something out. Let's see. John's got a question here. So, Kills, did Rick and the group ever pass through North Carolina, or was it South Carolina? You know, it happened pretty fast. The route that they went was almost from Georgia. You know, I have to go back and see the highway routes, because wherever they met Father Gabe, was that still in Georgia? Because it's almost like they went from Georgia straight to Richmond, right? Wasn't it in Richmond where they hit that first patch of houses? So, yeah, I don't know that there was a lot of South Carolina and North Carolina. It was almost as if they went from Georgia straight to Richmond. I mean, not that it's a, super long way. I mean, from Georgia to Richmond's about 5 hours. Yep, Noah's home was in Richmond. You're right. Sean's mom, question, 999, what do you think about Negan crossover? Let me process that for a little bit. Yeah, Rick exiles him. I guess there's two ways to look at it. The show goes on without Negan. So instead of Rick locking him up, maybe he exiles him and kicks him out, and he takes a few saviors with him, and then they, terrorize other people. I guess anything's possible. Would help ratings on the other show. Yeah, a couple people had said that Super Chat apparently is not working. I don't know why. There were issues with YouTube a little bit earlier today. Should I try to do a Super Chat? Super Chat myself? I mean, I haven't tried to confirm it. I'm pulling it up and... Oh, it works for Pete. Are you guys trying to trick just to see if Pete can do it? So Pete's having no trouble with Super Chat. He's going to be my designated Super Chat technician. Pete's like, it works. They're tricking you, Pete. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Thanks again, Pete. We owe Pete another question. Okay, wow, time is flying with this stream. So, once again, a few more characters. Give me your best theories here. We've talked, we know Morgan, we shot down Shane altogether. You got Heath and Sherry are kind of the Morales type of, they're missing, so maybe they could show up. And then, we talked a little bit about maybe Dwight, Daryl, Tara, Michonne. So, everybody, before we close the stream, give me your best possible Walking Dead crossover person. Don't pick Morgan. We know that's going to happen. But a person that has not been confirmed that you could see going over to Fear, and why you could see that person going over to Fear. So, Derek, the reason people keep saying Shane is because somebody ran with an article and then a few publications just picked up on it, and that's what they've been talking about. And it even got to a point where they interviewed him, and he said, no, it's not possible. It's not going to happen. Rain Man says, Carol. Carol's another one. You got some wild cards there. Father G. I think if Father G gets healthy, he's going to stick around. So Lenore says, Dwight crossover and he becomes a hero. I still don't know if Lindsay Luke would like him, but yeah, maybe he's got something to fight for. Sadiq. I think Sadiq, I don't see him doing a crossover. I think Sadiq is going to have a much bigger role in The Walking Dead. And I think he's going to be one of those characters that sticks, that you like. Because he's going to carry that Carl legacy. So, I saw this come up too, and this will just be a general question. Did someone say that their theory is that Sherry could now be with the women of Oceanside? So, what do you guys think about Sherry? And then we're gonna close this thing down in about 30 minutes. But just a random question, not a crossover question. What happened to Sherry? I agree with that. Tommy says Dwight's already a hero in my book. I think so too. Scott, that I agree with. I think Sherry's on a spike. Head on a stick, yeah. You guys are right there with me. I think that's really going to be, that's it for Dwight. Dwight's holding out hope. He's going to see that. Him and Daryl are going to be out doing a little bit of scavenging. They're going to see that, and they're going to know they're up against something. Jennifer, she might be with Heath. They might both be on a spike. So a few people like that. Maybe Sherry got taken in with Oceanside. Could you see like Sherry and Cindy? Like that would be a badass combo. Actually, I would watch that if it was like Sherry, Cindy, and Rosita. That's like a crew. That's the new Commonwealth. Well, Lonnie says hoping Dwight and Sherry will reunite. Get a little peaches and herb here. Yeah, that's a good point. Norrin Davis says, I bet she bolted to get as far away from Negan as possible. She doesn't want to be called again, so that's a great point. So there you go. Maybe Sherry is your crossover character. She's driving as far as she can. Or is she hanging around close enough just to get some revenge on Negan at some point? She would have the motivation. What Negan did to her and what Negan did to Dwight. I wouldn't give up on that storyline. I think that's an interesting story that could be told. There's still a lot of hate out there. Dwight hates Negan, Sherry hates Negan. What if Dwight becomes Alpha? Cover up his face, do something. Maybe not. That I do agree with. Paris says Dwight is more interesting with Sherry gone. Yeah, I mean, it could have fought like that. I mean, Dwight was really one of the first ones to sort of unravel from Negan. No, I'm just saying I know Alpha is a chick in the comics, but you never know. Maybe they switch it up, and maybe they make a dude Alpha. Anything can happen. Like Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible. Or Sherry's Alpha, Dwight is Beta. I think that's a conversation for another stream. The Sherry and Dwight saga, what's going to happen with that? All right, you know what? We'll mark that down. Sometime next week, we're definitely going to dive into it a little bit more because it's a very interesting topic, and I think that, one, the Whispers may not happen. I think they have to happen, but if they do, is it going to be an unknown? Is it going to be a crossover? Or is it going to be somebody that we haven't seen in a little while? So, thank you. I appreciate all of you guys being here tonight. Sorry about the change of schedule from Wednesday Walkers, so this is our Thursday Walker segment. And I'll let you guys know we might do something tentatively for the weekend. There's a lot of football stuff going on, but check out all of our channels. We're going to have some spoilers up. We'll also have 9 to 9 plays, 9 to 9 comics. I should get you guys a comic up tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. We're still in that post-Negan recovery phase. Rick has got his big plan to come back, and I'm loving the point I'm at in the comics as well because it just happens so much quicker in the comics. You don't have to wait for Rick to be beaten down like over and over and over again. At least I don't know. Maybe you do. We'll find out in the next couple episodes. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all being here. We're going to wind this thing down. If you guys are watching the playback, then this is the closing credits. If you're still here, you guys slap the like button, please, and give me a quick 999 so we can do some shout-outs and roll this thing out. And I'll contact YouTube and see what's wrong with the Super Chat for some of the people. But those that did make attempts for Super Chat donations, thank you. And as always, Petey, thank you so much for your Super Chat donation as well. Talk to you guys all soon. Let's see. OU Crawfish. What's up, Crawfish? iRock6. Rain Man, thanks for being here. Scott Kernan. All my moderators. Kelsa Smile. Tommy Sweetass Enforcer McCandless. Emmy Desiree Bacon. Steph the Cuervo Queen. Deidre Perkins, thanks for being here. Maggie Bonacorda. 1189 Paris, thank you so much. Anakin, good to see you. FT, what's up? Sarah Strange. Okay, we're all strange, Sarah. Kirby Freeman. Party starts when Kirby's in the house. What's up, Kirby? Donna Swords, thanks. Deborah Mooney, John Brody, thank you so much. Salem Blue, Ron Moore. Epic Vids, what's going on? EB72, Arena Hunter, Pat Sanzone, Jennifer Grip. Penny for your thoughts. Whitney, what's up, Whitney? Good to see you. Garrett Farmer. Jason, the mixologist. Kicks Our Life, Randall Roundtree, thanks for being here. Valar as well. Lenore Smith, thank you. You guys make it an awesome show. Appreciate all of you guys being here. Brene, thank you so much. Also, special shout out to, and I don't say it enough, for my Patreon supporters. A good portion of you are in here, but if you guys see some of the videos, playbacks that we do in the closing credits of those, I saw Deidre, I saw Brene. You know, a lot of you guys actually support this channel on Patreon, so thank you so much for what you do here, what you do there, and also what you guys do on the Facebook page as well. 909 Gamer, what's going on, man? Nice name. Petey Wheatstraw, what's up, Petey? Dave Doherty, thanks for being here. Michelle Wolf, thank you as well. Northside Queen. Bry Optic, thanks, Bry. I think I missed a few people. Dan's Reviews, what's going on? I don't watch Stranger Things, but I probably could be convinced to start watching it. I just finished Punisher, so I might jump on that pretty soon. Joni Tucker, thanks for being here. Gene Atkins, thank you as well. Appreciate you being here. What's up, RM? Well, Rain Man, if you stand on your head, it's actually going to be 999, so you're okay. John, there's a couple things actually. One, the Patreon site, obviously, but I'm on YouTube Gaming, and I've not tried this yet, but there is a sponsor button there as well. And evidently the sponsor button gives you special emojis. I think it's about $5 a month. I haven't done it yet. It's because I'm not doing a lot of gaming streams these days, and I'll start doing a few more. But if somebody does it, then you guys can let me know. So it gives you like a little badge by your name, and it gives you some custom emojis that other people don't have. And it should be right over there. So if your question is how to donate, that might be a way to do it. It's all right, Tammy. Thanks for being here, but you can always watch the playback. We're winding this thing down. Well, so many people like Stranger Things, so all right. I'm convinced. I'll try it. Beth Burgett, thanks so much, Beth. Also, Norrin Davis, thank you so much for being here. Brian Clayton, what's up, Brian? Good to see you squeak in at the buzzer. I see you. Hey, Wayne, thanks for being here as well. And also, you know, once again, and I called them out individually, but thank you so much to all the moderators. They're here every single night, so they do a tremendous job. All right, everybody, thank you, and I will talk to you all probably during a comic stream tomorrow. Peace.